All right, this is a breaking news alert. This is happening right now. You know how you can tell? The leaves haven't even begun to turn, and already Halloween decor is hitting the shelves. My mom was actually saying to me earlier, "What happened?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "How come everything's already Christmas? How is it Christmas?" I said, "Well, you know why. Because we're living in a world where holiday decor is slowly bled together into one big shopping season. Thanks, capitalism. And also this meme culture of ours, which I don't mind being a part of. Also, it's the end of summer and the heat is getting to me. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. Let's get right to the point. Why are we here tonight? Well, tonight, I want to talk about a classic horror story. A modern classic, actually, one might say. And that is the Amityville Horror. It's such an iconic story that even if you've never heard it before, you probably recognize it. Most of you probably know the movie. That's probably your first exposure to it. And the movies are great, but the story, well, the story gets even better. So let's jump right into it. Okay, picture this. It's December 13th, 1974. We're in Amityville, New York. We're at 112 Ocean Avenue. You can still find it on Google Street View. Yeah, it's pretty messed up that you can. Actually, it's not that surprising. I'm actually surprised that there aren't more people protesting that house being, Google Street viewable. But anyway, inside lives a family of 6. We have Ronald DeFeo Sr., his wife, Dawn, and their 4 children, Dawn, 9, John, 9, Allison, 7, and Michael, 2 years old. They seem like a normal average family, and life for them seems pretty normal. They got a few problems here and there, but who doesn't? Life's a bitch. And then one night, December 13th, 1974, everything changes. It's around 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little after. That's actually something that a lot of people tend to forget about this case. There isn't a set time. All we know is that it was in the early hours of the morning. And in those early hours, someone enters the family's home. Someone with a gun. And what this person does is unthinkable. He goes to each bedroom and shoots each member of the DeFeo family while they're sleeping, killing them instantly. He shot Ronald Sr. in the head, Dawn in the chest, John in the head, Dawn in the chest and abdomen, Allison in the head, and Michael in the chest. He left both of his parents and all of his siblings for dead, except John. John was still alive. He managed to crawl over to the bathroom and call the police. So he called the police and said, "Quick, hurry up, please. Someone shot my entire family. Please send help. Hurry." When the police arrived, they found everybody dead, including John. His wounds were just too severe. There was nothing they could do. This was a massacre. And the question was, who was behind it? The answer, to everybody's surprise, was the seemingly innocent younger brother, Ronald DeFeo Jr. At least that's what he said. I'm gonna quote what he said during the trial. "It wasn't me. It was the house. The house did it. The house always seemed to be watching me. I tried to keep it away, but it's too late. The house destroyed my whole family. I'm a victim of the house." Now, yeah, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? I mean, clearly he's guilty. Who else could have done it, right? Well, not so fast. See, he gave quite the performance during the trial. The defense argued that he was insane, and well, they almost had a case. I mean, if his claim was ridiculous enough, how could he possibly be sane? But ultimately, he was sentenced to 6 consecutive prison terms of 25 years, meaning he got 5 more years tacked on to his sentence for every other person he murdered besides the 6th one. So instead of 6 consecutive 25-year sentences, he actually got 6 life sentences. That's what he's still serving to this day. But what about the house? What about the house at 112 Ocean Avenue? Well, it gets pretty creepy, actually. The house is seemingly fine. And I guess that's the weirdest part. Like, nobody died there except for the 6 people that were inside of it. And yet some people argue that this house is haunted or cursed. Here's why. 1 year after the murders, another family moves in. The Lutz family. And at first, everything's okay. George Lutz is the father. Kathy is the mother. And they have 3 children. But then, strange things start to happen. First off, George starts waking up at exactly 3:15 in the morning every night, which, of course, is the exact time of the murders. That's obviously freaky unto itself. But it gets worse. Soon, George begins seeing things. Like he sees the apparition of a young girl in colonial clothing walking down the hallway. Then there's the red eyes in the window. He sees a pair of red eyes staring at him whenever he looks outside. And the creepy thing is, whenever he goes outside, he never sees anything. And then the flies arrive. And this is in winter, by the way. Hundreds of flies show up and they cover the walls. And one day, George goes downstairs and he sees blood seeping out of the wall. He follows it, and it leads him to the basement. And as he's descending the steps, he hears screaming. Screaming from inside the basement, screams of terror. And that's when he decides he's had enough. On the 28th day after they move in, George wakes up in the middle of the night. He feels like he's being watched. He turns to Kathy and he tells her, "We gotta get out now." And as he's saying this, the room fills with fog. The temperature drops, and the bed starts shaking. And it's at this moment that they grab their kids, and they run out of the house. They never look back. They leave everything behind. They even leave their dog, and they swear to this day that the house still watches them. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to think. This is all just speculation anyway. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just here to present you with the information. But I will ask you this. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in hauntings? I don't really know how to feel about it. I don't really know how to feel about it. The idea that a place could be haunted, yeah, it's kind of scary. The idea that a place could be haunted by somebody who died there, sure. But the idea that a place could be haunted by multiple people who died there, that's a little extra. And that's what makes the house on Ocean Avenue so unnerving. It's not just that the DeFeo family was murdered there. It's that according to those who have lived there since, they're still there. They're still crying out in the basement. They're still standing by the windows. They're still walking the halls. And the craziest part, 112 Ocean Avenue is still there. To this day, it sits empty. No one dares to move in. At least, no one in their right mind would. And if you go to Google Street View, you can see it for yourself. The house on Ocean Avenue, where the DeFeo family was murdered and apparently still haunts.